thank everybody for showing up today. In terms of to show support for my brother. I wanted to say that the reason we're gathered here today is simply because my mom's living room is not able to accommodate everybody at the same time, and we know a lot of you have been wanting to pay your respects. So, which is why we've gathered here today, which is why I know some people had questions as to why no one is saying anything. That's the clarification on that. Regarding the funeral, we will be putting out an official program this coming Tuesday so that everybody knows when, the time, and the place so that you guys can gather. I know that these teams are here, I'm not really sure. Oh, and for those who don't know, I'm Joe's eldest brother, so I know there were team members who wanted to say something, but I haven't really met any of you, so I don't know who's you, so if you could show yourself and if you want to say anything. But yeah, that's just the reason why we gathered here today. It's nothing formal. I don't want anybody to be, tied up to feel as if you're not allowed to. Feel free, you're among us. We consider you as family because you welcome joy in your lives. And you're his family, that makes you our family as well. So on va comprendre la technologie que tout ça parce que nanda kuza mukie moye bisonyo surtout tous les sites en même temps les invités les gens tout ils ont l'idée pour ça dans la salle pour tout accueillir tout le monde nos camarades les amis nos les ténèbres mais programme il y a maintenant on fait beaucoup de ça la prochaine samedi mais tout que ça programme officiel à partir de mardi. Ceux qui sont vos camarades ou vos capitaines et l'équipe Bano Beta, vous avez quelque chose à dire, beaucoup de choses. Non, beaucoup de qualité, donc, mais bien noté. Puis, pour vous, il y a Joseph. So, if there's anyone, I know the Congolese team had a captain who wanted to say something. So.
Bonsoir à tous. Je me présente, moi je m'appelle Dadi Alouma. Mon deuxième prénom c'est David. Je me présente devant vous pour dire un mot. Je serai assez bref dans ce que je vais dire. Je suis premièrement le capitaine de l'équipe de la RDC du Congo dans la région de Gatineau-Ottawa. Et Josepha était l'un de nos coéquipiers. Il a rejoint l'équipe l'année dernière. Mais moi, personnellement, ça faisait 2 ans que je le connaissais. Donc, je l'ai connu en début d'année 2023. Et juste petite anecdote, quand je l'ai connu, quand on s'est rencontrés la première fois, j'aimais trop le taquiner pour le dire, mais toi, comment tu es un Congolais, tu n'as jamais vécu au Congo, mais tu parles très bien lingala. Et puis lui il me disait tout le temps que non, c'est à cause de ma mère. Et puis je lui disais, mais tu parles lingala et anglais, c'est un mélange assez bizarre parce que généralement nous on parle aussi français. Et donc c'était dans ce genre de contexte qu'on s'est rencontrés. Et on a appris à développer sur un plan personnel une certaine amitié. Parce que moi, j'ai toujours su que c'était une bonne personne. Personnellement, j'ai toujours su que c'était une bonne personne. Il avait un bon fond, il a toujours eu un bon fond. Et à chaque fois il avait besoin de conseils sur la vie ou même sur le foot, des recommandations des équipes, etc., il n'hésitait pas à m'en parler. Donc, sur un plan de vue personnel, on avait une relation assez forte. Et ensuite de ça, il est arrivé qu'en 2024, Bagden, il a rejoint notre équipe. Et au moment où il a rejoint l'équipe, son intégration a été quand même assez facile puisque moi, je le connaissais déjà avant qu'il puisse rejoindre notre équipe. Et on a évolué toute la saison 2024, donc c'est-à-dire toute cette saison, toute cette année. C'est là vraiment qu'on a évolué ensemble et on a encore beaucoup plus renforcé nos liens sur un plan de vue personnel parce qu'évidemment, on a commencé à beaucoup plus se voir. Donc ça a encore beaucoup plus renforcé nos liens. Pour ceux qui suivent le foot, je pense que tout le monde ici sait que Josepha était un excellent joueur de foot. Et c'était sa plus grande passion. Je me rappelle, une fois, on discutait, il me racontait ses rêves. Et l'un de ses rêves, c'était vraiment de jouer professionnel et de devenir comme Alphonso Davies, parce que c'était vraiment son idole, parce qu'il jouait aussi dans la même position. On a tous des rêves, c'est comme ça, on a tous des rêves. Et le rêve de Josepha était de devenir vraiment footballeur professionnel, un rêve très honorable. Et malheureusement, il est parti. Il est parti et moi, ce qui me fait encore le plus mal, c'est que c'était un jeune qui avait beaucoup de potentiel. Et en tant que jeune, quand tu as beaucoup de potentiel, tu as beaucoup de rêves et tu nous quittes en n'ayant même pas réalisé, en n'ayant même pas atteint les objectifs que tu t'étais fixés. Je peux vous assurer que ça fait mal. Je ne peux même pas imaginer la douleur que la famille ressent parce que moi, en tant que son ami, quand j'ai appris la mauvaise nouvelle, mon cœur s'est déchiré. Et voilà, en tant qu'équipe, avec les représentants de l'équipe qui sont là aujourd'hui, on est là. On est là aujourd'hui. On sera là demain, on sera là la semaine prochaine, on sera là le mois prochain. Que ce soit sur un point de vue physique, donc on sera là soit physiquement, moralement, mentalement, financièrement, sur tous les plans. On essaiera d'être là vraiment parce que c'est l'un des nôtres qui est parti. C'est l'un de nos soldats qui est parti. Il fait partie de notre famille. Il fait partie de notre famille et c'est triste parce que je n'ai même pas préparé de discours ou quoi dire aujourd'hui parce que je me laisse juste emporter par mon cœur, mais ça me fait mal parce que je peux dire clairement que ce n'était juste pas mon coéquipier, mais c'était aussi un ami à moi. On s'est rapprochés, on a pu beaucoup échanger sur la vie et apprendre qu'il est parti comme ceci, de cette manière. Vraiment, ça me touche beaucoup. Donc, je voudrais adresser un mot à toutes les personnes qui sont ici présentes, au nom de l'équipe d'Ottawa-Gatineau de la RDC, adresser un mot principalement à la famille et à tous les confrères, à tout le monde qui est ici présent, c'est-à-dire les amis, les coéquipiers, etc. et j'en passe, que nous présentons vraiment nos sincères condoléances et que cette disparition nous touche énormément. Et à sa maman, je ne peux pas juger ou je ne peux pas imaginer la douleur qu'elle ressent parce que déjà j'ai pas d'enfant et je ne sais pas qu'est-ce que ça fait de perdre un enfant. Mais tout ce que nous pouvons faire à notre niveau actuellement, c'est de vraiment apporter notre soutien au maximum. Et s'il y a quelqu'un dans la salle qui sait peut-être qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait faire de plus qu'on ne sait pas actuellement, nous sommes preneurs. Parce que notre objectif, comme je l'ai dit, c'est vraiment d'essayer d'aider. C'est vraiment d'essayer d'être là. de toutes les manières possibles. On trouve des moyens pour être là de toutes les manières possibles, parce qu'on a perdu l'un de l'autre. Donc je remercie à tout le monde d'être là présent aujourd'hui. Je remercie pour la parole qui m'a été accordée pour adresser un mot au nom de l'équipe. Et j'espère que nous allons tous prendre cet engagement d'être là, de soutenir la famille moralement, jusqu'à ce que nous puissions avoir le programme et tout le reste. Donc voilà, je vous remercie.
I believe that was the Congolese national team in Ottawa who gave a bit of a summary regarding how they came to meet Joe. I mean, it's pretty long. I don't think I have the capacity to try and translate or even recall what they said. But one thing I can say regarding, to the football team and the people who knew him as a footballer, I will say that the passion and the radiance he had towards the game and his ability to connect with people is something that I think made him who he is. The ability to connect with almost anyone, which is what from what they can tell me, is what happened with him being in many teams. I want to try and recall. I want to try and recall all the teams that he played for. Like, he was all over the place when it comes to that. So I'd like just to thank all the Congolese national team for taking him in as one of your own, for loving him, and for counseling him. Because we talked about the whole football thing, and I remember, I think it was about a week ago. Because my issue with Joe is that he was obsessed with football. I mean, I always say that you have to be obsessed, but you also need to have a backup plan, which is school. I kept telling him, you gotta go to school, and I think my mom also pressured him about that. And then one day he called me, he's like, I know you want me to go to school, but in this life, I will only do football. I really didn't understand it, because at some point you have to stop playing football and you have to fall back, and because of age. I mean, I think he considered himself to be like Ronaldo, where he's like, no, I will play until I'm 40. So yeah. To say that he was taken too early is an understatement, but we're Christians, we're believers, and one thing that we're constantly reminded of is we come here with a mission, and when that mission is over, he who creates and he who takes. Physically, it hurts. There's no words that can explain how we as a family feel. Sometimes I think it's a dream and I'll wake up, because he was younger than me. I didn't expect him to go before me, so it's hard, but God has a plan for each and every one of us, and we have to trust him. And that's what we'll do. So And I know a lot of you might not know it, because Joe was so focused on football. I don't think he showed other facets of his life, because he was a believer, which I'm sure some of you have seen him kneeling on the football field, just so that he can show just how much what he does for God, and he does it because as a way to say thanks for giving him the talents he was given. And he was also a Christian, as I said. He was also part of a band, which I believe you guys are going to see who we are next weekend, just to see how we, as a spiritual side, because he was pretty spiritual too. And I don't know which other teams are here that he played for that would like to say something. I know Nick was his best friend. I'm not sure if you'd like to say something.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. First of all, it means a lot to see how many people cared about Joe and loved Joe in this room. You were talking about Joe on the football field, and I think Joe on the field and off the field, he was just full of surprises. Talked about him playing in a band. I remember him showing up in my house one day with a trumpet. We never talked about that before. starting to play the trumpet for me, and he was full of tricks on the field too. You never knew what he was going to do next. If he was going to bust out a skill move, or if he was going to crunch you, give you a 2-footed challenge. You saw little Arthur here, made him he was kicking around a water bottle, and it made us all think of Joe. So I didn't have much prepared, to be honest. Can never really prepare for something like this, I don't think. We're going to miss Joe in the change room. We're going to miss Joe on campus. I think everybody would see Joe on campus. If you were there, if you were on campus, you'd see him there. He loved being at school. He loved being with friends. He loved being on the pitch most of all, I think. And as I said, he was very spiritual. And having lived with Joe for a long time, I got to see how close he was with God. I remember it was the finals of our provincial tournament, and we were in the change room, and everybody has their pre-match ritual and everything like that. And I remember Joe, his pre-match ritual was he would read the Bible, and that's how he would become locked in for the field, just knowing that he had God on his side always. And I'm just gonna miss him a lot. You want to say anything?
Like Nick said, I wasn't really prepared to say anything, but I can sit here and speak for 5 hours just going over stories that we all have with Joe. One of the ones that comes to mind is when we got to my house 2 years ago in the summer, and he greeted my mom at the front door. He didn't call her by her name, called her Mama, gave her a kiss on the cheek. She said, "Joe, we have animals here. Are you afraid of animals?" And Jojo's, "Nah, I'm from South Africa, man. Come on. You get chased by dogs." He sees the dogs, oh, it's a pit bull. Right? Now, Joe would cuddle that dog. One day I walked in on him. He was in his room, and we had this little kitten. And this guy, he said he really didn't like cats. And this guy, he had the cat in his chip bag. And I don't know if you guys have eaten around Joe. This guy does not share his food. So he's sharing his food with the cat, and the cat's in there, and this guy is sitting there on his knees taking pictures. And yeah, man, I think Joe came into Nick and I's life, and he provided us a source of light in a way. Is Joe would take us away from things that would lead us down the wrong road. Jojo was, Jojo was, Jojo brought like love into our life. Every morning you'd see him in the morning, this guy would spring out of bed with a smile on his face. And you're like, Jojo, how? And he'd just make everybody in the house feel together and loved in any way. And I remember driving in the cars, so many long rides, Nick and I, with Jojo in the car. And after a while, the music, it starts to get repetitive. And then he turns the music off and he says, okay, so are you ready for God? And he turns to us and he starts telling us about his religion. And it was beautiful, the way he spoke about his religion and his pride in his religion. And I think Nick and I, it touched us a lot. And I don't know what to say, but I love Jojo like a brother, and Chantal. Nick and I are gonna be here for you the next month, next year, 2 years, 3 years. I promise that to Jojo, he promised that to us, and I promise you, Chantal, we will stand by that. Good.
Anyone else would like to speak to our friends that we didn't know about? I'd like to think of this as us getting to meet a lot of you because, well, we never got the opportunity because we live so far from one another. And is there someone from the school who would like to say anything? Because I've never really met anyone from the school apart from.
So I'm Angus, and this is Kieran. We're coaches at Algonquin College. A lot of the stuff that we hear today from Joe's brother and from Oscar and Nick about Joe's radiance, and I guess for me it was his authenticity, right? You know Joe for 10-15 minutes, and then you know Joe. He was somebody that was very true to himself, right? And I look at the guys, and I think they can all agree that what we want as a program from the college and from the team is guys to have good character traits, and Joe embodied a lot of that, right? He was a guy that was brave. He was a guy that was fiercely loyal to the guys on the team, and especially the guys that were loyal to him, Nick and Oscar, and a lot of the guys that are within the team. There's guys that are going to be a little bit tighter, and as much as he would battle in practice, and as Nick said, he might give you a 2 foot. If you had a wolf on your chest, you had a wolf on your back with Joe. And we saw that in games, we saw that after games, and you know, one of the best stories, the day that Joe passed, when I was able to go and see Nick, and after our last game of the year, one of our opponents went after one of our guys, and in turn Joe went after one of their guys, and their guy was a gentleman, a very nice guy. And when asked, why did you go after him? He's one of the nice guys on their team. And he said, they went after our nicest guy, I'm going after their nicest guy. And he had everybody's back like that, and he never had to question it. And as you said, it doesn't feel real to me that we're in this moment, and it's going to be tough for everybody for a very long time, and we're going to miss Joe at the pitch, we're going to miss Joe off the pitch, and my deepest condolences go to his family on the behalf of the whole team and the college as well. My deepest condolences. If you have anything you want to add.
Pour le voir, on va comprendre. Il était one des gars qui entraîneur et équipe à Bandobet à l'école. Après 6 mois, il résumé né bakutana qui puis né joueurs avec la quatre équipe na bango donc alien qui footmi, alien qui fait bani na Bandobet na bango donc il a une né na mais na une série ça on to alien le vélo quoi donc un combat ou shot. But also I'd like to just, I don't know, we're hurt, we're suffering, but I also want us to consider this more of a celebration of Joe and who he was, as opposed to it being a funeral. Granted, well, the funeral part comes at the end, but we're here to celebrate his life because, you know, he was bigger than life, and I think that in order for us to keep his memory alive, we need to celebrate him and
Thank you everyone for being here. My name is Flo. I am the youth president of the parish where Joe was praying in Montreal. And I was really touched by what his best friends just told us, because they really describes what Joe was about. Yes, Joe had a side of him for soccer, but he also had a strong spiritual side of him. I don't know for you that knew him. He used to leave Ottawa every Sunday, on Sundays, all the way to Montreal just to pray with us. And also, I was really touched one day of a question that Joe asked me. Because I knew the Ilunga family from when they came. And Joe was the last member of the Ilunga family that I met. But there was a point that I really connected with him because at some point we were neighbors. We were living like 5 minutes away from each other. And like his big brother here, he started the brass band, the Kimangis brass band of the church here in Montreal. And Joe was the second musician to play with him. And when he came, because at first the Maman Chantal, Papa Héritier, Maman Divine, they came to Montreal first, but Joe came after. And when he came, he joined his big brother, they started praying. And he would leave like with his instrument and come to my home and like, no, Papa Flo, you need to play. We have to play for the church. And one day, he asked me something, and I was really shocked by his question. He was like, Papa Flo, I really like soccer. I really like playing soccer. And I really want to go far in that sport. But what God thinks about soccer? Just to give you guys context. So, where we come from in Africa, people say that guys that play soccer, they use witchcraft to be good, right? And it's kind of, there's like kind of a bad connotation, when a bad stigma when you play soccer. Because like people, he's good, he made 5 goals, he went to some kind of a guru or whatever. And he was like, Papa Flo, what God thinks of soccer? And I was shocked because even me, I used to play American football and basketball, and I'm really involved in the church. But I never, like, that question never crossed my mind. A bunch of Kimbangists all over the world, they play sport also, and I never heard that question. Only Joe asked me that question. And I was like, I couldn't even answer the question. So I brought Joe to our pastor at the time. And the pastor gave him the answer, no. Like, you pray. Maybe, there's those guys that do the witchcraft. But you, like his best friend says, before the game, he opened the Bible. He prayed. So this is to show like the duality, the two sides of Job that he has with him. And look at the impact that he had on our lives with such a short time. That's a testament of how great of a person he was. And I think, like Papa Héritier said, we should think it's hard. It's a shock, the way that he left us. But we should think of this moment not only like as a mourning, but as a celebration of his life. And by thanking God that he was a part of our lives as well. Donc pona ba oyo bayoka kangleti ngai comme nanga Flo naza président ya ba jeune ya kimbangiste na paroisse place Josepha abana osambela. Et ndenge na lobi nazaki très touché na maloba ya ba meilleur ami na ye pambate ba décrire penza Josepha ndenge azalaki. Parce que ndenge capitaine ya équipe ya Congo ya Ottawa Latino alobaki awa alaksi biso penza passion oyo Josepha azalaki nango pona foot, mais ba meilleur ami na ye lakisi pe non seulement passion na ye pona foot, mais niveau ya spiritualité pe niveau ya kondima azalaki nango na Nzambe. Et ndenge nalobi na anglais eza na question oyo Josepha atunanga eshokanga atunanga pena Papa Flo nga foot mingi naza vraiment na besoin na kene musika na sport oyo mais eza na question moko ezotungisa ngai papa Flo. Est-ce que Nzambe alingaka football? Est-ce que kosala kobeta foot eza compatible na kozala kimbangiste, kozala mondani? Et nazaki pena touché na question wana pamba te nga moko nazala très nazala très na makasi na makambo ya lingomba, mais nga pe na jeunesse na nga na bano pe kobeta ba sport question ya ndenge wana jamais yelaka na mutu pe na yebi bakimbangiste ebele babeta ba sport tout ça ba question wana. Et en tout cas mbala liboso pe ya suka na yoka question wana ezaki pa papa Josepha pona kolakisa pena ndenge ba meilleur ami na ye balobaki non seulement passion na ye pour le sport, mais niveau ya kondima na ye. Même tellement niveau ya question wana elekelanga na memaki ye pa na pasteur na biso. Pasteur wana ndi apesaki réponse. Donc ndenge pe Josepha Zalaki donc na yebi famille Ilunga kasi Josepha na ye koyeba ye sima pamba te Ilunga bayaki d'abord Montréal ya yaki kolanda sima kaka pona ndenge banda kobeta ba foot, mais toyaki kokangama mingi na Josepha tozaki ba voisin to bana kofanda presque 5 minutes na papa Josepha place bana kofanda na Montréal. Et pona kolakisa ndenge yebisi biso awa passion na ye azali très motivé surtout na musique na église. Et yaya na ye papa héritier ye mutabanda musique na biso bakimangiste après ye ye abanda obeta na yaya na ye. Et puis tellement tozali ba voisin akozwa trompette na ye akoya na ngai na ngweba na ngai azoyebisana non papa Flo photo beta la Nzambe na biso musique. Azaki vraiment motu vraiment très social. Pambate, j'ai eu à le côtoyer même avec ses amis. Et tu vois que des bons témoignages. Et puis eloko oyo biso toyebi toyebaki ye toyebi likamwana azalaki hypocrite. Soki azana likambo na yo akozala teke abombi. Et puis azapi rancunier te. Soki azana likambo na yo akoyebisa yo directement pour s'expliquer wana et sili wana pour tourner à la page. Et je pense que témoignage nini biso totondi awa totondi si salo yo ba mususu batelemi libanda place eza sauté ezolakisa impact oyo papa Josepha azalaki nango na bavi na biso en si peu de temps. Donc ils appellent un témoignage il y a mutu oyo yazalaki une très bonne personne avec un très bon cœur dengi ba meilleur ami na ye ba lobi na biso. En tout cas na rolinga kosukisa maloba na ngai na s'adresser na famille Ilunga. En tout cas yasolo ezali pasi surtout pour la maman Chantal papa Josepha bana olobela mingi pour la maman na ye. Et ezana lisolo moko abetela ngai biso bakimangiste tozaka très strict na image na biso, surtout biso bana mibali surtout bana basi. Et jour moko ayaki na ndaku na basuki oyo biso bakimangiste olataka te kaka mama na ye amoni na basuki wana mama na kolela ya mama na ye ayebisi na papa Flo na kolinga jamais komona mama na ngai alela lisusu bongo. Yango ndenge nazomona maman Chantal Nigazo lela na ndenge papa Josepha tiki biso ezali pasi maloba ya koloba okoloba nini na moma ndenge wana na shoke ya ndenge wana maloba eza te mais eloko naloba na bino boza kaka famille ilunga te biso nyonso toza bafamille na bino biso nyonso maloba ezangi biso mais eloko kaka tokoki kosala parce que tokoloba nini tokoki kaka kozala présent na bino kocompatir na bino na moment oyo bozovivre mpe bino boyebi ke tozali na nzambe na biso boyebi mpe nga na kopréféré bokanisa nde ndenge papa Joseph azalaki kondima oyo papa Joseph azalaki nango nga nazali sûr ke papa na biso nzambe na biso abombeli ye place ya kitoko parce que ngai papa Joseph ayebisaki ngai papa Flo maman Chantal papa Joseph ayebisaki ngai mpo na suki wana nalataki mama na ngai alelaki nakolinga jamais komona mama na ngai alela lisusu mpongo mama mama oyoki eloko maloba ya mwana na yo mama nayebi ezali pasi me bisika azalaki azali kotala yo mama ye ayebisaki nga naza témoin balobaka témoin il faut alobaka nga naza témoin nakobomba te mama Joseph ayebisaki na bongo mama akolinga te amona kolela na yo mama sois courage ezali pasi mais sois courage zala na elika na kondima oyo mwana azalaki na yango nzambe na biso opasimoki mbango abobeli esika ya bien programme mpe tokotia nango na mabondeli lokola azalaki mpe ndeko na biso musicien musique ekopetama tokokunda ye na honneur na esengo pamba te ndenge mbuto alobi ezali célébration ya vie tozali mpe kopesa nzambe merci na chance oyo apesaki biso kotiela biso Josepha na bavi na biso mais ndenge nalobi maloba ezangi ngai napesi kaka témoignage ya oyo tozalaki nango na papa Josepha parce que nga mpe nayebisaki ye yo olingi te komona mama na yo alela bongo mais ça dépend que de toi yo oyebi ndenge biso bakimangisi tozalaka yo oyebi ndenge mama akolisa yo na lingombo oyo et grâce na yo maman Chantal ndenge olakisi ye nzela oyo nga nazali sûr nzambe na biso papa Simoki Mbango abombeli ye esika ya kitoko mama kolela lisusu te parce que Joseph ayebisaki ngai akolinga te komona yo kolela ndenge alebi olelaki jour wana yango kaka nakoloba nasukisi bongo nakomba tata mwana mpe tata mono centre amen.
Bonsoir. Je suis désolé, je ne voulais pas parler, mais je n'ai pas le choix. Josepha, avant qu'il quitte Montréal pour Ottawa, sa mère m'avait demandé, papa André, vraiment tu peux m'aider pour aller chercher mon garçon qui vient à Montréal, à Ottawa. Il va plus habiter à Montréal, il va habiter avec moi. je l'ai pris en route. Il me disait que papa André, il faut que je devienne un grand footballeur. Mais est-ce qu'il m'a demandé, est-ce que ici au Canada, on peut payer à partir de 300 000 $ pour un joueur? Je dis, mais moi je ne sais pas. Il m'a dit, quand mon père est décédé, ma mère a beaucoup souffert pour nous prendre en charge. Alors j'aimerais qu'un jour, je sois un joueur professionnel pour gagner ne fût-ce que 300 000 $ par an pour que j'achète une maison pour ma mère. Il m'a dit ça. Il avait juste besoin de 300 000 pour qu'il achète une maison pour sa mère. Dès que j'achèterai une maison pour ma mère, après, elle reste là, elle ne travaille plus. Je vais commencer à lui passer mon salaire tout le mois parce qu'elle a beaucoup souffert. Quand ma femme m'a appelé, le même jour qu'il est décédé, j'étais au travail, il m'a dit que paille, concentre-toi. Je dis quoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Il m'a dit Josepha est mort. J'ai dit à ma femme, il m'avait promis qu'il allait acheter une maison pour sa mère. Mais comment? Ça va se passer comment maintenant? Je suis désolé. C'était un garçon qui avait vraiment des idées. À son âge, hélas, il avait une passion. Juste pour gagner 300 000 $ pour qu'il achète une maison pour sa mère. Il voulait plus que sa mère souffre. Voilà qui a décidé. Et après, il avait fait un temps qu'il ne partait plus à l'église. Je l'ai appelé, je dis, Josepha, il faut que tu viennes à la maison. Il est venu. Vraiment, il était obéissant. Je lui ai dit, mais mon garçon, attends, tu sais que tu aimes le football, mais il faut aussi aller à l'église. Tu sais que tu m'avais promis que tu dois acheter une maison pour ta mère. Mais il dit, bon, papa André, je n'ai pas oublié. Je dis, mais alors, il faut que tu ailles à l'église, tu joues au foot, tu vas à l'église, et Dieu va te donner la force pour trouver une bonne équipe pour que tu achètes une maison pour ta mère. Voilà, c'était son rêve, mais hélas, Dieu a décidé. Merci. C'est dur, mais on n'a pas le choix. Nous demandons seulement que la famille soit forte. Merci.
That was one of the extended family, who was giving a bit of a testament as to what drove him to be a footballer. And he said that one day he had a conversation with him in which he said that I'm playing football simply because I want to buy my mom a house. And he decided, he even went as far as to decide on an amount. He said, I only need to be making $300,000 a year, and once I make that, I stop. Because, it's true that since my dad died in 2016, my mom has tried her very best to raise us on our own. It's understandable that it was difficult because what was once a job of two people became a job of one person, and it was very hard. We saw how my mom struggled, and I think one of the things that drove each and every one of us, we have goals that drove us, but for Joe's, his was to buy my mom a house and stop playing football after, because that's why he did what he did. and he might be gone, but it's not a dream that he shared on its own. It's up to us to look after our mom, because she's my world, she was his world, she's my sister's world, and she's my younger brother's world, and we're going to continue that because of the love we have towards him and towards my mom. And yeah, I think that's all we can say. What I can say is that I know it's hard, but again, God takes and God gives, and if he didn't decide upon it, he wouldn't have taken. And I want us to all go with that. Joe was here, he left the mark, and it's up to us to remember him for it. So, and I thank everybody for coming once again. You were his family, all the teammates, the friends. He was a light in your world, he touched yours. That makes you our family as well. And we really appreciate you guys for coming and for being with us up until we lay him to rest on Saturday. Oh, I'd like to ask a final question, because it's customary in our culture, if someone passes, we have to ask if Joe owed anyone anything, and if we owed, or if Joe owed anyone anything, so we can settle it for him. So, na ingana tu na soki na kuti na wise za soki mutatiki biso to tu na kana babo baye soki Joseph azaki na nyunga mutu uswat mutu azaki na nyunga na ipo biso to me aussi ça. Bakuta na family, so you guys to be bakuta na family. And if it's not today, you can come and meet the family if there is if he's owing or he was owed. So I think that is it. Thank you all for coming. I guess we'll put out an official statement by Tuesday the latest, just so that everybody knows what the program is for next weekend.
Sale mi bona yo moindo mokano mokokana Idia lungana na tiki bino bongo te botele ngana oyo nyonso esale mi pona yo moindo mokano mokokana Bayuda, baboya kangai. na biso basato na Afrika. Pona kolongola yo moindo na bohumu oshalaka. Tobomba mina biso tatiki bino na tata na biso Kimbangu. Yende mokokisi wa bilaka Kimbangu. Yende nzambe wa banzambe Kimbangu. Banananga ibole mbate natiki bino na tata nanga Kimbangu. Oyo tokangaka biso basato bafala emonana. Banananga ibole mbate natiki bino na tata nanga Kimbangu. Oyo tokangaka biso basato bafala emonana. Mokano tokangaka emonana. Moto moino asepela emonana. Mosala tosalaki emonana. Moto moino asepela emonana. Basi ya toto nanga ebongwani lelo esengo. Tofingamaka ebongwani lelo esengo. Tutyolamaka ebongwani lelo esengo. Mokano tokangaka emonana.